This video is not medical advice or intended to treat any medical conditions. Please consult your doctor before starting a new exercise program and stop immediately if you feel pain, experience dizziness, or other symptoms. By performing this workout, you acknowledge that you are engaging in physical activity and understand the risks involved, including physical injury. You agree that you are voluntarily participating and are participating at your own risk. By continuing with this video, you agree to release from all liability and forever hold harmless the City of Arvada from any and all losses, liabilities, injuries, or damages resulting from any and all claims pertaining to this workout.
Hello, hello. All right, let's do a pump strength workout. Grab some dumbbells or bottles of water and let's get started. All right, so we're gonna start with our heels under hips, shoulders go up, back, and down. Bring those dumbbells or water bottles in front. Slowly hinge forward at the hips and then slowly rise. All right, let's speed that up. 2 counts down, 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 and up. So dig your heels into the floor. Think light through your toes, tighten through your core, and then a soft bend in the knees. All right, stand tall, upright row, 2 counts up, elbows wide, and then 2 counts down. So yep, let's just get nice and warm. We're gonna get a total body workout in. So we're gonna warm up every major muscle group. All right, hinge forward, single row. So hinge, bring to the tummy, down and stand. So notice my back is super flat. Now if you've got like a mop handle or broom handle, you can hold it against your back and try one in the mirror. All right, triple row, down and hold. Hold, 3, 2, elbows push straight back, stand it up, do that again, triple row. Hold, 3, tummy nice and tight. All right, slow clean and press. Take it straight up the body, flip at the ears, press overhead, back down. Now elbows come around and slowly reset. Do it again, straight up, flip the elbows, press, little half squat, back down, and reset. So we wanna keep those shoulders back and away from the ears, relaxing through the neck, not tensing. All right, give me one more. We're gonna bring it up, press. Now bring it back down to the ears. Step out nice and wide. Let's do some squats. Hips back. So we're just getting warm. If you're not ready to go in that full range, that's okay. Going down as far as you can, because we've got another track of squats ahead. All right, step that right leg back. Single lunge, down and up. Now if you'd rather do these no weights at all, feel free. You can put them down at any time. You have my permission. All right, let's switch legs. Other side. 8, 7. So we want a straight up and down torso, and we're bending both knees to about 90 degrees. Hello, legs. 2. All right, step it back up. Wide squat, slow down, down, rise and shine. It's a good day for a good workout. Give me 2 more. Down and up. 1 more. And stand. Bravo. All right, so all we need is 1 dumbbell for our squats. We're gonna start off with narrow stance squat, meaning toes and heels are directly underneath the shoulders. We're gonna brace that core. Shift your weight back into your heels, and let's go. All right, so this is called a goblet squat anytime you hold it right at the collarbone. Again, we're bracing our core, which means we're tightening but not holding our breath. All right, sit those hips back. 3, 2, 1, up slow, 4, 3. All right, 3 and 1. Down 3 counts, 3, 2, no, quick rise. Down 3, 2, 1, quick rise. So yeah, you should be able to wiggle your toes at the bottom of the move because you're sitting so far back in those heels. Bottom half pulse. All the way, halfway, all the way, rise. You hear that music? Yeah, we're matching that rhythm as best as we can. Nice and slow. All right, single time, all the way down and up. Down and up. So I like to imagine there's like a really low bench behind you and you're about to sit down. And then in the last minute, stand up. All right, too easy? I thought you'd say that. Add an overhead press. 8, 7. Now, if you're not feeling comfortable with that overhead press, get rid of the dumbbell or keep that goblet squat, your choice. 2. All right, a little wider with those feet. 3, 1. 3, 2, 1, up quick. Now, if you can't go quite as low as me, that's okay. Another option, hold a wall squat to build up that muscle. All right, let's go back to those bottom half pulses. Down, halfway, down, and stand. Is the heart rate going up? And if you've done this a few times with me, can I recommend going heavier each time, just a little heavier? All right, singles. Down and up, because we always want to challenge ourselves. We want to push that limit just a little more every time we work out together, so we can improve one workout at a time. All right, add that overhead press if you're ready. 8. Yeah, that push-pull skyrockets that heart rate. Oh, I'm starting to breathe a little heavier. Woo-hoo-hoo. 2. And 1, down and pulse. Oh, how low can you go? Shift your weight back, chest tall, and hold that dumbbell. Now, if I told you we have like 90 seconds to the finish, could you hang in? I bet you can. All right, stand it up. Triple pulse to the music. 3, 2, 1, and stand. So if you notice on that last pulse, we go all the way down and stand. Oh, I know it's hard. All right, like 30 seconds, triple pulse with an overhead press. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, now that heart rate's rising. Getting the benefits of building muscle and burning a few calories. Last 1, 2, 1, done. Nice. All right, it is time to take it down to the ground. We are gonna be in a push-up plank position the entire time. If you'd rather grab a chair or a couch, you can absolutely do these on a chair or a couch or even a step. All right, let's get her done. So yeah, perfect push-up position, hands underneath the shoulders, butt down, track the elbows back. 2, 2, down, down, rise, and rise. So, think of your body as like a plank of wood, and that rear end stays low, doesn't point high to the ceiling. All right, single times, down and up. Now, if at any moment you're like, Danielle, I gotta take it to my knees. Ain't no judgment coming from me. All right, last 2. Bring it up on the toes. 4 wide foot taps. 4, 3. Now tap your shoulders. 4, 3, 2 wide foot taps. 4, 3, 2. How's your breathing? We got 2 more here. Keep it coming. Can you keep that butt low? Woohoo! Try not to hold your breath. 1 more. Have a little fun with that beat. All right, shall we take a break? Yeah, let's do that. Let's take a quick break. Quick roll out of the wrists if you need it. When you're ready, push-ups. Down, down, up, and up. Drop your chest. Lift your chin, single time. 8, 7, 6. Yeah, even if they're on the knees, we still want that nice straight line from your head through the tailbone. On the toes, foot taps. 4, 3, 2, shoulder taps. 4, 3. Now this track is only like 2 minutes and 11 seconds, and we are almost done. So hang in. Less than 30 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Last one, best one. 4, 3, 2. Relax. All right, backtrack is next. Grab those dumbbells or water bottles, whatever you have handy. And we're gonna start with a deadlift. Shoulders up, back, and down. Palms in front of your quads. Soft bend in the knees, tummy tight, quick and slow. Quick, 3, 2, and 1. So if you notice, this whole thing is kind of choreographed to the beat of the music. That's on purpose, so we gotta kind of take our time and not rush the movements. All right, give me 2 more here. Quick, 3, 2, and 1. All right, single row, hinge forward. Bring the elbows in, down, and stand. So again, super flat spine. If you have a full-length mirror in your house, try a couple of these in the mirror. Make sure your back is as flat as mine and that you're not hunched forward at all. All right, triple row. Hold, 3, 2, 1, stand it up. I like to imagine you're like tipping forward over a railing. Chest first. All right, deadlift, quick and slow. Quick, 3, 2, so we're working the back side. So can you squeeze your glutes as you stand? Keeping those shoulders down and away from the ears, relaxing through the neck. All right, single time, down and up. 2, we've got 8, 3, 4 more. Dig those heels in, and then stand nice and tall. Squeeze that backside. All right, high pull, tiptoe. So we're bringing those dumbbells, water bottles, straight up the body, and we're doing a little heel lift. So almost like you're kind of jumping onto the balls of your feet. Elbows wide, chest tall. All right, shall we make a combo? Quick deadlift, hinge forward, high pull, tiptoe. Do that again, hinge. Are you bracing that core? Oh, do you hear the lyrics? Let's raise the bar of your fitness. All right, single row, hinge. Squeeze the upper back and stand. Oh, we've got that total body workout in. Working all along that backside. All right, back to the combo, deadlift and high pull. Singles. Tiny little jump. And yeah, your heart rate should be rising. If it's not, my friends, go heavier. Grab a jug of milk, grab something, some dumbbells. You can even go to the thrift store, get them super cheap. But do a weight that is challenging enough to you to where these last few are really challenging, but we finish with perfect form. 1 deadlift. Boom. Good job. All right, so let's move on to biceps and triceps. You're gonna start with 2 light dumbbells. I recommend going light because we've got some new moves in this one. All righty. Starting off in set stance, heels under hips, tuck your tailbone under, and then bring your shoulders up, back, and down. Contracting from the core, we're gonna start with some easy bicep curls. Straight up, straight down. Nice. Controlling on the way down, those last 6 inches mean the most. All right, rainbow curl. We're gonna bring it straight up like a hammer curl. Big rainbow out to the side, back in, and then straight down. Let's do one more slow. I know it's a new movement, so that's why I recommend going light. And then once you've done this a few times, feel free to grab something a little heavier. Let's speed it up. Up, out, in, and down. Just working a little bit different part of that bicep. New moves equals new results. All right, preacher curl, we're gonna hinge forward. So shoot the arms forward, up to the shoulders, down, and stand. Hinging at the hips, not locking out at the knees. 2 to go. Notice those palms stay facing up. All right, let's do that regular bicep curl, stand towards me. Straight up, straight down. All right, find that strong stance. Let's work our postural muscles at the same time. And then imagine there's glass tables and we are gently placing those dumbbells down. All right, back to that rainbow curl, nice and fast. Up, out, in, and down. Okay, take a peek. You see those biceps bulging? Yeah, it's because you're putting in the work. right, let's try that preacher curl. Hinge forward, up to the shoulders, down and stand. And if this doesn't feel fantastic on your lower back, make it just a regular bicep curl. One more. All right, put one dumbbell down. We're gonna move on to triceps. Find that set stance again. Grabbing on either side. We're gonna bring that dumbbell straight overhead, drop it back behind the neck, elbows point straight up towards the ceiling, and we're gonna start with what's called a halo. So wrap around the head, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it again, 4, 3, 2, 1. And wrapping around, keeping those elbows at that 90-degree bend. All right, let's go one way. Keeping our chest tall, other way. Now we're gonna hold it in the back, press towards the ceiling for 4, 3. Can you get your arms out of your peripheral vision? Back to that halo, stay down. 4, 3, 2, other way. 4, 3, 2. Ooh, feeling the back of the arm, straight up. 4, 3, 2. All right, let's just slow down that tricep extension. 2 and 2, up, up, down, and down. Chin tall. Last one. Done. Put that down. Moving on to lunges. So grab 2 dumbbells. You can grab 1 dumbbell. You can grab nothing at all. It is all about the lower body, and it's gonna burn. All right, starting in that set stance, heels under hips. Again, that tailbone tucked under, shoulders up, back, and down. All right, so we're gonna start with one leg, do everything on one side, and then repeat it all on the other. So it's the same leg moving. All right, ready? Big step back. Step, lunge, up. Now tap in, same leg. Step, lunge. Now you can hold those dumbbells up on your shoulders. You can let them hang, or you can hold one up at your collarbone. All right, let's make that one smooth movement. So we're gonna step back, tap in. Bending both knees. Now notice my torso stays tall and I'm looking straight ahead. A lot of times I'll see people tipping forward or rounding out their back. So you might wanna find a full length mirror, check out your form, make sure they're perfect, and then come back. All right, hold it here, singles. 8, 7, oh, slow and controlled. Match that beat, don't rush it. I know it's harder the slower you go, right? But it's that extra like half-second contraction at the bottom that really gets the job done. All right, let's pulse it halfway. 16, 15. Now 50-50 weight on each foot. That's gonna give some relief to that front quad. Slow and controlled pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5. Are you using that core to help keep your balance? All right, step in, other leg steps back. So now we're starting back at the beginning. Got to do it all on this side. And again, super important to make sure that our reps look perfect every time. Never want to speed it up, so if you want to slow it down, feel free. Smooth movement. Down, tap in. Down, tap in. So we're hitting the quads. We're hitting that back glute and hamstring. Nice big wide step back. 2. All right, hold it on the way back. Single time. Yeah, so literally, you should have just as much weight on the back foot as the front foot. And that core is engaged, chest is tall. Oh, it's burning. Woo-hoo. And I know it's kind of a slower beat. That makes it harder. I pulse it. 16, 15. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, getting those legs stronger with every rep. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Guess what? Done. That was quick. Time for shoulders. So if you only had one dumbbell, pick up the other. If you didn't have any, pick up 2 bottles of water, whatever you got handy. All right, let's start with some shoulder work. So We're gonna bring those dumbbells up out to the ears, elbows nice and high. Little combo to start, both arms press. Up, right arm, left arm, both arms, down slow. Both arms up quick, one arm, other arm, up quick, down slow. All right, side raise, lift, lift, lower, and lower. So I've got a 90-degree bend in my elbow. And again, my chest is tall. Engaging through that core and then never locking out through the knees. All right, give me one more, up. Now rotate back up to the ceiling, take it to the front. Let's do that same combo from this position. Both arms, one arm, other arm, both arms, quick, slow, both arms up, one arm. Oh, you hear that like jazzy music? I love it. One more, one. Nice. All right, bring it back down to the side. Two, up, down, and down. So we're hitting from different angles. Getting that deltoid, a little bit of the side of that shoulder as well. And you might even feel a little bit of the forearm. All right, single time for 4, 3, relax your neck, 2. All right, back to that slow. 2, up, down, and down. All right, now this time take it up, rotate it up, both to the ceiling. One arm, other arm, quick and slow. One more, both. One, and other. Both. Bring it down. Good job. All right, now it is time to stretch. We earned it. We did our total body workout. Now let's stretch those major muscle groups. If you have a mat, go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, we're gonna have a seat on the floor and start out in a straddle stretch. So walk the hands forward. If you can bring the elbows to the floor, fantastic. If those elbows are nowhere near the floor, fantastic. Try to relax as best as you can. Try not to tense through your legs, your head, or your neck. Give me a nice big deep breath in. On that exhalation, if you can go like 1 more inch, hold it for about 10 more seconds. Beautiful, walk it up. Bring one leg forward, knee bent at 90 degrees, other leg off to the side, 90 degrees. Fingertips on the ground, chest tall, and then fold forward. So this is a great stretch for the quad, hip flexors, IT band. Bring it down to the elbows. And again, just trying to relax as best as you can. And sit it up. Bring that opposite hand across your knee. Other hand comes back by your hip. Chest tall, and then twist as if you're trying to take a peek. Quick look behind you. And you know what? Just ignore that pile of dirty dishes for like 60 more seconds. We're almost done. And take it back to the center. Let's switch the legs. Other leg comes forward, other leg comes out to the side. Fingertips on the floor, chest tall, and hinge. These are also really great stretches if you have to sit for a good portion of the day. This one, for example, does also the inner thigh. And some of those smaller muscle groups tend to tighten up and then pull on the bigger muscle groups, causing lower back pain, stuff like that. So stretching, fantastic for every day. Take it up. Opposite hand comes across the knee, other hand back by the hip, chest tall, and twist. Oh, my back just popped. Hey, good job. Thanks for hanging out with me. Give yourself a high five. This is a City of Arvada production, instructed by Danielle Woodyard. You can watch this video and more on the City of Arvada's YouTube page at City of Arvada.
Get your game face on.